For the best part of 2 decades, Rafael Marquez has been Mexico's poster boy. Widely regarded as his country's best ever defender, he's adored and idolized in his homeland. But you won't see much of the 39-year-old away from the pitch in Russia. The Mexico captain is being handled with extreme caution at the World Cup. He is, after all, on a U.S. Treasury Department blacklist, which prohibits any American people, businesses or banks from having anything to do with him. It's all down to his alleged links to suspected Mexican drug trafficker and gang leader Raúl Flores Hernandez, also known as El Tío or the Uncle. Marquez, who has been on the blacklist since August 2017, has been accused of helping Flores' organization launder money through various businesses. Marquez trains in a plain jersey as opposed to his teammates who wear those adorned with the Coca-Cola logo. Image, AFP. Marquez is not being rolled out to the media as he has in previous years. Image, AFP. The former Monaco, Barcelona and New York Red Bulls centre-back strongly denies having any link to drug traffickers, known as narcos. However, while his lawyers are busy challenging his placement on the list, in Russia this summer he must do certain things a little differently to his teammates. For instance, he's unlikely to be interviewed in front of sponsors' logos and won't be staying in any hotels or accommodation with American links, even if that means lodging away from the team. Arranging flights is an issue, too, as Marquez cannot fly with any American-owned airline. He doesn't drink from the same water bottles as his teammates due to the branding, nor does he wear the team's official training gear, with Coca-Cola plastered across it. There's no chance of him picking up the Budweiser Man of the Match award either. Reports the New York Times. Marquez came off the Mexico bench to play the last 20 minutes of his country's 1-0 win against Germany last week, becoming one of only 3 players to play at 5 World Cups. Marquez became the 3rd player to play at 5 World Cups when he came on against Germany. Image, AFP. If TV companies had opted to interview him at full time, they would have had to remove a board adorned with sponsor logos, including Visa, Coca-Cola, Budweiser and McDonald's, all American companies. The player has even agreed not to be paid for his work on the pitch. Before the 2018 World Cup, FIFA paid each participating team a share of $1.5 million (£1.1 million) to help them prepare for the tournament. Marquez is being handled with caution in Russia. Image, Getty Images Europe. According to the New York Times, they were so wary of breaking sanctions that they paid Mexico's portion in euros via banks with no links to the U.S. financial system. The Mexican Football Federation, which has business interests in America, have worked closely with FIFA to avoid falling foul of the U.S. Treasury Department. It said, "We take seriously the actions of the U.S. Treasury Department, and we have structured our World Cup operations so as not to violate U.S. sanctions laws." FIFA is being particularly careful. If Marquez appears at one of the governing body's press conferences, the moderator present cannot be American. It's alleged that several businesses connected to Marquez have been used as fronts and holding assets for Hernandez. In August 2017, Marquez was listed among 22 people sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department for alleged drug ties. Hernandez has also been linked to Marquez's mum, a politician in Mexico at the time. His mum, Rosa Alicia Alvarez Pinones, a senior political figure in Mexico, was also linked to Hernandez. Reforma, a Mexican newspaper, reported that data from the Public Property Registry of Jalisco showed that, in 2007, she and Hernandez bought a large plot of land for around $350,000 (£265,000) in a city bordering Guadalajara. 2 years later, Hernandez sold 46.7% of his share to former footballer Miguel Cepeda, who in turn sold it to Marquez's mum. It was claimed the land is being used by Marquez to build a huge football training complex called the Eurocenter, Center for High Performance. Marquez has not been criminally charged, but his financial assets in the U.S. have been frozen. Any company that breaks the sanctions faces fines of up to $1.5 million (£1.1 million) per violation. Breaches deemed willful carry penalties as high as $10 million (£7.5 million). People who knowingly break the rules can be jailed for up to 30 years. Marquez, who last played for Atlas in his homeland, retired from club's football at the end of last season. He is available for Mexico's second Group F match against South Korea.